Ashley, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. How are you feeling?
It's Tuesday. So
It's Tuesday?
that's all I got. It's a Tuesday.
Yes. Well, hey, we're here. We're here. So thanks for
Absolutely.
giving us a few minutes of your time today. It's crazy. I feel like today's chat is uh, Ashley, just so, because I'm not sure if you've ever joined in on this, and I appreciate you giving us some time today. And it's crazy because of relationships, and I know you're thick into relationships. You were given, I was given your name by Shannon out of Vegas, and I told her I was like, who's someone that I haven't had? Because for the last 6+ years, we've had hundreds and hundreds of producers and business leaders on this chat, and she said you, and I was like, oh hell, okay, well then I need to know Ashley, and that's why I think we reached out and invited you to come on, because selfishly this is more about me than anything because I love learning from people from around this country and around the world that are doing big things, that are making things happen. And so I feel like I need you in my world. And so I'm glad that she referred you. So I'm anxious for us to learn a little bit about you today. And 30 minutes moves so quickly. And
Yeah.
start by just telling us where you're at and how long you've been in the business.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you. I am in Shelby, North Carolina. It's probably about 45 minutes outside of Charlotte. So that's my hometown. I grew up here. So that's where I'm from.
Okay. How long you been in this real estate game now?
I opened my real estate firm in 2020.
Okay.
I bought my first house when I was 19, 20 years old, one of
Okay.
those. So I've been in real estate officially since 2020 or so.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. And as a 19 or a 20-year-old, what were you doing from a business work standpoint that allowed you to buy a home? Because we all know now the average first-time home buyer is 40 years old. How did you do it at 19?
Well, the market was cheaper then too. So probably
Sure,
that's
sure,
probably one of the things.
sure.
Because when I bought my first house, and it was a newer home, I was only looking at homes that were under 10 years old. I didn't want any because I knew that I could have some major repairs if anything was over that. So that was my advice from one of my close friends. So at that time, I was still in college and I was working at Walmart distribution center. So back then, making 20 something dollars an hour was pretty good money for
Yes.
somebody who was just 19 or 20 years old. And then it made it to where I could go to school, work, and afford to pretty much handle things. Because at the time, I was going to college during the day, and my shift at Walmart was from 5 until 3 a.m. So I would go to school at 9 a.m., get out of school about 1, take a couple hours of sleep, do it again. And my schedule was literally from Monday to Thursday. And so I would do those 10 hours, do my college classes, and that was literally my life for 4 years. I told my stepdad, because he's the one, my stepdad at the time, he worked there. So I told him, he was like, what are you gonna do? You came back from, because I went off to college in Maryland to play basketball. Decided I didn't want to, moved back home. And so my mom was pretty much looking at me like, okay, what's your plan? So I had to have some sort of plan. And so my stepdad, he put me on at the job that he was at, which is the distribution center. I told him I'll be here for four to 5 years. Once I get done, I'm get my college degree. I'm gonna move away, and that's exactly what I did. I still got the 5 year award from that distribution center. I finished my college degree, got a job in social work for the state of Tennessee, and I moved. And that was it.
And that's what school did you attend?
I got my master's degree. Well, I went to the junior college to kind of make it to where my debt wouldn't be too bad. So I
Okay.
went to Cleveland Community College, and then I went to an online school that's called American Public University.
Yes.
So I went there and pursued criminal justice. And then that's when I decided to go ahead and do social work and moved away at that point.
That's crazy. From criminal justice to social work to real estate investing and everything you do. As you look back, especially from 2019, 2020, What life lessons have you learned from the woman you were then to the woman that you are now?
This is funny because I was talking to one of my friends over the weekend. We talked for like 3 hours on the phone, and she asked me kind of a similar question. And I think the only difference between me today, I'm still hungry like I was before, because I didn't come from money. So that hungry, that grit, like that's still present. Now I think that's what's keeping me going in this crazy market.
Yes,
But I think the biggest difference is the financial literacy piece. I think that was probably the biggest part. A lot of what, had I known what I know today back then,
yes.
I would definitely be in a much bigger position than what I am now. But again, that's again over time you learn, you grow, and you develop those skills. So honestly, I have to say the financial literacy piece is a lot differently than what it was today.
I love that. And I think it's such an important part. From what I gathered, the research that I did on you, it seems like it's an integral part of what you do and what you're trying now to pass on to your clients, friends, family. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Speaking of family, um, and I'm huge on family and legacy. And matter of fact, my whole speaker brand now is about respected legacy. I believe I saw that was it your sister and breast cancer?
Yes, I have a sister. Yes, she
Okay.
was battling breast cancer. Now she's cancer free. They've replaced.
Nice.
I know she had her breast removed. They've
Yeah.
since done the implants, and now
Yeah.
she's ready to get back out here. She just got a position, a new position. She's a licensed psychiatrist,
Okay.
so now she's back out here. So yeah,
Okay. Well, I know how again I'm about as sensitive a guy as you'll ever meet because I'll cry in a second. And when I saw that, it just I felt like it created even a stronger bond with you because my mom, my sister, my mother-in-law, we've had tons of family that have all battled that, and it's crazy. My mother-in-law and my mother, uh, I ended up shaving their heads and I think it was such an amazing moment that I'll never forget. I felt like it brought me closer to him, but um, I think just the fight you had mentioned, the hunger, the grit, determination. I know your sister has it in fighting her battle, and they have the support, and I think that's so important between you and your mother and your entire family. Boy, if you don't have that support, it seems like it's I don't know, it can be a losing battle. But when you got the strength of family and support, it's a tough battle, but it makes it, I know, that much better that you've got that support. So prayers go out to you and the family, and I'm sure she's
thank you.
yeah, she'll continue to do well and fight strong. So um, thanks for allowing me to I know that that can be very sensitive because it's sensitive for me. And fortunately, my mother, when the good Lord took her away 3 years ago, it wasn't even for the breast cancer because she had battled that and had won that fight for more than 40 years, which is crazy to think about. But anyway, I also know that let's speak about family. You're a boy mom and
I am a boy.
proud boy mom,
I am a proud boy mom. Yes,
right?
yes.
Uh,
He's my biological cousin.
okay,
So he was my uncle's child, and I
okay,
adopted him from foster care when he
okay.
was 4.
Wow. Well, again, I saw that and I thought as a as a leader, and I'd say a proud boy mom. Um, what? How do I form this question? Uh, um, what are you hoping that he'll learn by watching you, build this amazing career you've got? What are you hoping that he'll learn from that experience?
Um, you know, you know what? I think the biggest thing for me right now is trying to pour as much as I can into him. I think um, I think the biggest part for him that's important for me is truly understanding hard work. I think he gets it to some degree,
Yes.
but I don't. Obviously, he's only 17. Only
Yes.
thing they thinking about is how they look in girls. That's
Yes.
literally a lot of his conversations. However, I make him read a lot of books. He's read. He just finished another one this past week. So we're really big. I'm really big upon him reading. I'm really big on him implementing the things that he reads. Um, Right. He's this week he starts his real estate school program,
Oh,
and
wow.
he also starts marketing his own real estate business side. So we bought a ton of land, and I intend to give him some land for his birthday. And we're going to do some construction around what that looks like, but we're going to allow him to do like a series for some of the land that we currently have. Either we're one, we've already closed and we're looking to develop, or two, we've already closed it and it's a rental. Like we have one shared space that he's gonna do some marketing around this week. He's been practicing. So just really getting him to understand that. I think the biggest thing right now is his patience. His
Mm.
patience is terrible. He doesn't
Ah.
have a lot of it. He cannot stand rejection. So we've
Mhm.
worked on that quite a bit. So just little small character flaws that I noticed about him, like, hey, you have to navigate and be patient because everything is not going to happen quickly. I know to him in his mind, well, you already currently do it. It can't be that difficult. Like he was telling me that one day, and I was like, only if you knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he does get to listen to me, get frustrated and advocating for my clients or to a project that has gone completely left and he's on those calls with us or he hear us. And yesterday it was funny because he's with me all day. And he was like, I can't wait to take on some of that because I know you're stressed because I'm stressed listening to it. So just really some of that dynamic just keep like just pouring into him. I know to him it's normal for us to have tenants. It's normal for us to flip houses. It's normal to build houses at this point. And I think to him, his life normalcy is just normal. But he doesn't realize yet that it's definitely not the norm. And it's something that he is definitely going to be able to pull. Hopefully at some point he'll do it. But just really pretty much focusing on what I would like for him to learn to be able to take it on at some point.
I love hearing that. I think those of us who have kids, some of them have seen what we do. My son decided, to leave college and try to step into this world. And I tried to tell him, son, what you've seen your entire life is you've seen the shine, but you've missed the grind.
Mhm.
And so for about a year and a half, he thought he'd step into this world because dad made it look easy, and we know that it's not. And
Yeah.
like 85% of new hires in real estate, he failed. Now, again, there's still an opportunity for him to come back at some point. But what I told him is that if you're not passionate about service and relationships, then this isn't for you. And he found out that it was. And so I love the lessons you're teaching that young man, and I'm sure he'll listen. And he's getting an opportunity that most young kids they don't at 17. They might not even at 30. So you're giving him a real opportunity, and I'm sure he'll take advantage of it. But like most 12-year-olds, 17, even 25-year-olds today, they all want instant microwave, instant gratification, and we all know that it doesn't happen like that. Sometimes this is a long grind, and patience is the key to winning this race. So
Mhm.
kudos, kudos to you. So
Thank you.
yes, um, you're doing so much from renovation, flipping, uh,
Yeah.
and commercial. Where did were you studying for that? Because I've been in the game for a long time, and I've never done a real commercial deal. And I feel like that's a weakness to me because I've never even sought it out, but I've been busy enough on the other side. So, was there just opportunities that came your way, or you sought out those opportunities?
For me, it was so can you still hear me?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
you're a little
Okay.
off and on, but I can hear you.
Okay. My mom is literally blowing up my phone. I knew I should have got on my laptop. She's probably gonna call two more times. So, but she'll stop once she realizes I'm probably doing something. But for me, it was a gradual thing. So I started wholesaling first.
Okay.
Um, Then, obviously, once I became an agent, I realized wholesaling, I was like the bottom of the barrel. So I became an agent and I immediately started fixing and flipping. While I was fixing and flipping, I remember I think Brandy is in this group. I think her name is Brandy Williams. She's with Keller Williams, too, I believe. She hosted an event, and she asked me to come speak on it. And so I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I can do that. I was a new agent trying to figure out, like, kind of find my way here in the Charlotte and the Shelby market, too. Um, and so she invited me on to speak. By the time I get done, I get off. She sends me a message. She's like, "Hey, there's somebody named Gabrielle Frazier I want you to meet. I think you two would hit it off based off what you do and then what she does." And I was like, "If you really know me, especially back then, I I was very hungry, very focused on what I was doing. And if I didn't really know you like that, I'm like, I don't know you. I'm not gonna rock with you. Leave me alone. I'm doing my own thing. I don't want the stress of being. I don't want all that. So I blew her off. And Gabriella still tell you the story to this day, and I get so mad at myself because I was like, I was such a terrible person. But she kept trying to reach out to me, and that time again, I'm fixing and flipping. I had bought several homes on the same street. And I ended up running into a GC who took money from me, didn't finish the project. I mean, it turned into a mess. Obviously, I knew a lot, but I wasn't from the construction background, so I really didn't know as much. Gabby sends I think it was a car and some flowers to my office. At that time, I had an office in Tennessee. I threw the flowers away, ignored the card. So like I'm not at that time I was married. I had a wife. I'm like, why would you send me flowers? You gonna get me? I'm be like, no. So I threw the card away, didn't even read it. And so probably about 2 weeks later, she calls my office trying to get me on the phone. So I finally have a conversation with her. She is the person that told me, hey, you need to fix and flip X amount of houses. Then we're gonna build houses. Then we're gonna move into commercial. I need you to listen to everything I say if you want to get there. And I'll listen to everything you say about the real estate and syndication background. You mentor me, I mentor you. At that time, I was already kind of in a bad situation. So I'm like, hell ain't gonna do me that. I might as well listen to her. I'm in a bad situation. I do need the help. So I trusted her. And that's literally how it went. I've had a mentor the entire time. Gabrielle has built most of the buildings in Raleigh, North Carolina, spanning out towards Charlotte. All her residential for me has been done. We've done well over 3 million together by ourselves. And she's helped me navigate all of that. And her advice to me in the beginning was, hey, I need you to fix and flip at least 10 houses before we move into new construction. So while I was fixing and flipping, I was learning, building relationships with the planning and zoning, building all the trades relationships, building everything I needed to do. As I was doing that, I was also buying land. A lot of the land people see that I've developed today, I've had it for like 4 plus years. I just didn't do it because I wasn't ready. And Gabby knew I wasn't ready to take on that. So I listened to her and I let that happen. So now we're jumping into commercial. People see it and think it's a larger thing. I'm like, have y'all seen what Gabby has really done? I mean, she's built whole hotels. So her experience and her background is literally what tied me and helped me grow. And then vice versa. So just dropping the ego, allowing people to come in and help support you along the way, that really has been what has shaped my career.
That is an amazing story.
So it
Wow.
really was not me just out here just winging it on my own. I tell people that all the time. It's not just me. There is a ton of people behind me that support me tremendously. So I just had to quit being so about everything and just allowing people in and letting them support me and being okay with that support.
That's again, I love that, and I can tell you, as I look through even the folks who were able to join on today, from Danielle to Monique, Jessica, who's in our office, Kim. Uh, I think what it shows is this community is all about um, we rise by lifting each other up, and I think
Mhm.
that's a great example of just that, because we're willing to share what we're doing. Um, there's no ego here. We want everyone to win and succeed, and that's a great example. So have her reach out to us because I can learn I can learn a lot,
Yeah,
and
she
that's
has
the
taught me a
space.
lot.
Yeah, tell her to holler. Matter of fact, I'd love to have her on in the coming weeks if she could make time, and I'm sure she's so busy. But I'd love to hear that story. And you're not are you able to attend Mega Camp? Or you've got other things going on.
Mm. I don't know what Mega Camp is.
Oh my goodness. Monique, you need to reach out to her. We next Monday, matter of fact, we're going to be in San Antonio from Monday through Thursday at our mega agent camp at Keller Williams.
Oh,
And
well,
we've
that's
got
why I don't know. I'm not
yeah,
a Keller
see,
Williams agent.
well, you don't have to be because I
Okay.
think
All right.
we'll have oh my goodness, I think we'll have about 10% of the folks that'll be there, maybe more, or invited guests. As a matter of fact, I'm bringing
Okay.
two guests that are not even Keller Williams agents because I want it's a real opportunity to learn and grow and network because so much of my business comes from folks from all over the country. And now that you and I have met, trust me, I'll be in front of your face because if there is ever an opportunity, uh, you've got a client moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. My hope is that BenBaker will be one of your referral partners and vice versa. So that's what this is all about. So anyway, reach out,
Absolutely.
send me her information for sure.
I will.
Got it. Now, as our time grows short, what else would you love for us to know about Ashley Jennings that we don't know?
That you don't know? I'm pretty
Yeah.
open book. I don't think
Mhm.
there's much that everybody doesn't know about me. I think at this point, I think the biggest thing that I want people to know is I'm pivoting quite a bit in the background, adjusting what I'm looking at in regards to real estate as a developer, stepping into creating the jobs that for the economy. Because at some point, that's what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
As a developer, you transition into creating, but not only do you own the buildings or the houses that you construct, but you also own the business that are operating out of these construction projects and creating just income or just employment for people in your community. So that's really the biggest thing that I'm looking at now and focusing a lot on acquisitions, understanding pro formas. I partnered with a pretty big construction company out of Charlotte. So they're going to be the ones building my 10 unit. And so just pretty much that's it. Being okay with just staying a constant student, looking to always grow, definitely get into the renovation and construction space. I think that's where realtors need to be. Oftentimes, we're the ones getting the less money from the closing table. And I think sometimes we cut ourselves short. We helping everybody else buy, invest, and we forget that we need to do the same thing. So I think that's a lot. Just for me as a person, I think that's really what I try to coach and teach the most. That people obviously do know about me.
I love that. And I think it's interesting as I look at your shirt. Um,
You can see
we
my shirt. Yeah,
right, yeah, we
yeah, yeah.
know how successful that community was
Mhm.
until I think jealousy and greed from the other side affected that community. And I'm hearing you say that again. I think building and wealth and community, it's so important. And you're connected. Like there's something that I can impart, but you also said, stay hungry and you're always learning. And so
Mhm.
I'm anxious to learn this next lesson, hopefully from you and others. And I thought Monique had posed a question. Was that Monique about when's the next conference? She might have asked. Destiny, did you see that, Monique? Are you there?
Yeah,
Uh,
Ashley, when your
yes,
next conference, because she know I'll be flying out for her.
yes.
Yeah, I'm sure she's referring to my when I was in Atlanta. I spoke in Atlanta for one of my big developer friends there, Delphine in Atlanta. I spoke there last week, and I swear about 85 people was like, "When is your next black tie dinner?" Because I always do development and dine dinners. This year has kicked our asses so bad. We have been so focused on what we currently have going on. We haven't even um, thought about it until Gabby, because Gabby ended up coming. She normally comes to my speaking engagements. And I am going to say this: if Gabby does not respond or she says no about a speaking thing, don't take it personally. Gabby has legit over the years just decided to play the background. She does not. she will not do speaking engagements and stuff like that anymore unless I just drag her into something with me.
Sure.
But we are looking to do the dinner around the spring or the summer of next year again. I forgot. I didn't know that was Monique that was on here, but hey, Monique. But yeah, she's one of my biggest supporters, and she's also a great investor friend of mine. So yeah,
Love
we're
that.
looking to do it in the spring.
Love that. Well, again, if you'll make sure that the invitation even comes not just to San Antonio, but comes to Dallas, hell, I'm sure others from Arizona will also attend because one,
Absolutely.
we love to support, but more importantly, learn because again, that's what this is all about. So I can't thank you enough for giving us a few minutes of your time because, like I said, time goes quickly, and here we are. We've got a couple of
No, it
minutes.
did go fast, didn't
Right?
it?
It does. And I think when again, when you sit here and just like your friend, the developer, Gabrielle, I think so many of us are we're more, I tell people this, I'm a better Indian than I am chief, right? I love just sitting back, keeping my mouth shut and observing and learning. And I think most of these folks who I have a relationship on this call with today are the same way. So I understand her position. She probably doesn't always like to be out front, but I
We've
will,
done so much. We've
yeah,
done so much of the out front over the years. And
right.
she's done. She's like, listen, I am absolutely okay.
Yes.
Standing beside you, behind you, but I don't want no parts of being the face.
Yeah.
So I get to endure the craziness of being the face sometimes. So, and
That's
that's not
okay.
always easy. So
Yeah, I know it's not. It's and again, that's why we're going to support you and lift you up and stand beside you, stand behind you, and push you to do whatever it is we need to do. Whatever support you need, we've got you. So, uh, thank you again for blessing us. I'm so anxious to maintain this relationship because you'll find that out about me that I'm relentless in relationships because
we have to be in this business, right?
we do. We have to be. So just keep doing the damn thing, and we're so proud of you. Even if we've
Thank
never
you.
been to Shelby, again, that's what we're all about.